Hello everybody, welcome back to my humble YouTube channel, whatever. So in the past video, I made my submission for the aquatic hybrid war, right? I made Caesar to combat Vex, and then after that I made another hybrid, Gladius, which is not in the video, but I made a community post about it. And now I'm going to be submitting hybrids into the Sky Hybrid War. And this is Team Nightfall. This is my team. So there's Bubs, the Boo Boo Nocturnimus, which means Nocturnal Cave Owl. Looks kinda dumb, but is very smart and loves mice. And then we have Spoops, Desmodus Metalis, which means Iron Bundle of Teeth, or Metal Bundle of Teeth, whatever. He likes to surprise people, very naughty, and is very picky when it comes to blood types. And we have Bill, the geneticist, so we can have a bit of a size comparison. I know Zane Reborn, he's the creator of the Sky Hybrid War. I know you like some creatures with lore behind them. So yeah, that's a bit of lore. Oh crap, my finger was... my finger, sorry. Alright. So, Hybrid 1, which is, of course, Spoops, the big bat. Big bat. So, there's Morris Metalis, then mean Metal Bundle Teeth. His name's Spoops. Height, here are the stats. Height, 3 feet. Length, 5.6 feet. Weight, 101 pounds. Wingspan, 4.3 feet. Ground speed, 24 miles per hour. Flight speed when it's cruising, 31 miles per hour. Flight speed when he's rushing or chasing something is 65 miles per hour. Life force is 370 newtons, which I think uh is like just beneath the average of a African wild dog, which we will see it right here. Also, I just want to mention that creating the stats was real difficult because like it was pretty odd. The calculator, I had to use the calculator, and even that is a little finicky. And I was too afraid. I was too nervous to ask my friends about it because, like, I mean, how? Like, what do I say to them? Oh yeah, I'm just trying to create giant hybrid animals of mass destruction, and could be in a YouTube channel. Can you help me with these stats? So yeah. So these stats may not be perfect, but they're the best I can do. So please please go easy on me, on us. So, the genome. So, number one is the Stocks Vampire Bat, which is the base, ion distribution, mobility on land, anticoagulant spit, and echolocation. So Stocks Vampire Bat is extinct, but it's basically the normal vampire bat, but bigger. Yeah, and speaking of bigger, to make this hybrid bigger, we have the Golden Crown Flying Fox for size. The Golden Crown Flying Fox is the largest species of bat that still exists today, and yeah, they're pretty big. They're pretty big, and so yeah, and then number three is the Egyptian fruit bat for immune system. We have the Greater Spirinos bat for social intelligence and agility, and the Brazilian free-tailed bat for speed. And also just a quick shout out to Creature Archives. Like most of the ideas I had because and all the bats, the Greater Spirinos bat and the Brazilian free-tailed bat for social intelligence speed. Also the African wild dog. I got those ideas from Creature Archives. So just shout out to him. I just don't want to steal credit. So yeah, shout out to him. Very cool channel, very cool hybrid that he made. Though, I will say his hybrid raptor he made to combat in the Skybrid War might not be able to fly. Just saying. Anyways, I got a little off track. Anyways, Wolverine. Wolverine gives attitude, teeth, and foul smell. We'll get to that in a bit. American porcupine has barbed quills and prehensile tail porcupine for, of course, the tail, and shorter quills to accompany the longer quills of the other porcupine. Of course, we have African wild dog for stamina, cooperative hunting skills, size, and bite force. Then, number 10 is the DC Dragonfish. So, when I was making Bubs, when I was making his design, I realized, huh, this actually kind of reminds me of the Nargacuga because a giant bat with quails on his back, stuff like that. And you know what? When I decided to go all out, I decided to go all out with the Nargacuria inspiration. So I added deep sea dragonfish DNA for the glowy eye pattern near Spoop's eyes. This in the wild, deep sea dragonfish. Sorry, deep sea dragonfish use them to stalk prey, because most things in the deep sea can't see red light, but the dragonfish can. Though I don't know how effective this will be in combat, because I'm pretty sure Maggie and Volk can see red light, but it might help with the fear factor. We'll get to that in a bit. Hybrid 2, we have Bubs, Bubo Nocturnimus. So name meaning nocturnal cave owl. So here are the stats. Height is 4.9 feet, length is 3.2 feet, wingspan is 13 feet, run speed 40 miles per hour, flight speed when he's just chill like that, 55 kilometers an hour flight speed while he's running? Wait, yeah, rushing. Oh crap. Sorry about that. So when he's rushing 111 kilometers an hour. So genome, we have the Eurasian eagle owl, which is like I think one of the largest owls to ever exist behind the was it the Blackiston's fishing owl? I think yeah. So of course it provides the base and the night vision. Well, that will come in handy. And then two, so Eurasian eagle owl is the largest extant owl species. We're going to be using Ornamengalonyx, which was the largest owl of all time. So Ornamengalonyx was basically a burrowing owl, like a terrestrial owl that was actually flightless because its size, wingspan, and I think it's like a lack of a or like a smaller keel bone. Was it a keel bone? I forgot. So basically, Ornamengalonyx was a giant owl, but it couldn't fly. But since I have the Eurasian eagle owl as the base, and Ornamengalonyx is just for size, strength, and mobility on land, that won't hinder the hybrid's flight too much. So number three is Argentavis, size and immune system, and then number four we have Canada geese for attitude and goose tongue. We have the Stocks Vampire Bat for iron distribution, anticoagulant spit, social intelligence, and echolocation. Greater Spearnose Bat for aerial acrobatics and social intelligence. Northern Fulmar for glue spit. Bar-tailed Godwit for stamina, and of course African Wild Dog for cooperative hunting skills and stamina. So, we've got all those stats out of the way. Let's move on to this Team Nightfall's strategy. So when making Team Nightfall, the thing I had in mind was basically nerfing the enemy team so much that all they can do is cower in fear. So our tactic is to attack Team Mimic at nightfall or inside a cave. But I feel like a cave would be a better course of action, because also Team Nightfall. I just chose Team Nightfall because the name sounded cooler. But this team is mostly cave based. So the tactic is Spoops will go out of the cave and try to lure Maggie and Vault into the cave while where Bubs is, uh, lurking in. Because if you don't know, owl feathers are not waterproof. So yeah, for safety, Bubs will be staying in the cave, or if it's not raining and it's night, Bubs could go out. But though still, they still have to remain close to the cave. So that way, when it randomly rains, Bubs can still swoop into the cave or into the cave to dry off. So Spoops will lure Maggie and Vault into the cave, and then it's in that cave where Bubs and Spoops will try to uh, eliminate them, I guess. Sorry. So, remember when I said about nerfing the enemy team so much that all they can do is cower in fear? Well, I also took inspiration from one of Sun Tzu's quotes. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. So, back when Zane Reborn was making Vault, he added night vision. No, no, not night vision. Thermal vision to Maggie. No, yeah, Maggie and Vault. But then he removed it because he said that thermal vision isn't that good for uh, precision and all that stuff. But since he removed the thermal vision, Maggie and Vault can't see in the dark that well. And if you want to use smell, then good job, because as I said, Wolverine, Spooks has Wolverine DNA, which can emit a very foul smell, kind of like a skunk. So yeah, good job. You just busted up your nostrils. You want to use hearing? Well, Bubs being an owl has silent flight, and Spooks over here is like, I think of him as a bit of a loud creature, just screeching at the top of his lungs. I figure. So yeah, one is very silent, and the other is right to blow out your eardrums. Want to use echolocation like Vault? Sure, but good luck catching up to them because they're very agile and very fast. So basically, all you can do is just sit there and accept your fate. And once the fear starts creeping in, yeah. So you literally can do nothing except for cower in fear. So it's basically trying to fight shadows in the dark inside a cave. So yeah, for my strategy is to take advantage of the situation that they're in. They're adapted to the caves and nightfall. Uh, so yeah, that's basically the strategy. Yep. So yeah, hopefully Zane takes a look at my video and at least considers him. And yeah, hopefully my hybrids can do well. May the best hybrid win, guys. See ya.